Seiko is about to make themselves a ton of money. As a lot of you guys know, Seiko released their 2020 catalog yesterday by the time you guys are watching this. And there's some really promising and exciting stuff. Anything from bold and colorful pro specs in Presage to the high-end Grand Seiko and precious metal with new movements. There's a lot to be excited about here in my opinion. And before we really jump in and geek out about the details and stuff, let me give you a wrist check. I am wearing my blue coral sumo today. This is reference SBDC069. It's discontinued, it's quirky, it's modern, and it's beautiful. So that's on wrist, and let's talk about this brand. I think a lot of you guys can agree with me that in recent years, Seiko has seemingly trended in a direction that us Seiko paths and watch fans aren't super enthused about, right? Seiko is a brand seemingly guys, hasn't been listening to their consumer base that are most enthusiastic about their brand. Because we've been asking for nicer specs like sapphire, ceramic. We've been asking for nicer bracelets and clasps with more adjustability. And probably most of all, we've been asking for smaller sizes when it comes to their sports pieces. And I think for a part of the recent releases, they've been listening. Right? We have been getting more sapphire, definitely. We have gotten some ceramic. We definitely haven't gotten smaller sizes for their sport watches. And we've been getting some pretty significant price increases or market adjustments. So understandably, we've been kind of persnickety and grumpy as Seiko fans in recent years. But I think, guys, this is super promising. I think in 2020, that needle is going to move in the other direction, and we're going to get a lot of enthusiasm for this brand again. And I think it's going to be elevated in the eyes of Seiko paths. I think we're going to be really pleased with some of the things that they're doing. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about all the new releases. There's too many to talk about. I will link plus9time.com here in the description where you guys can look at some of the details, some of the specs, some of the pricing. We don't have all the information yet, but it's an awesome resource. Anthony has compiled just about all of the new releases, so you can spend some hours looking through the exciting stuff. I'll put that link in the comments. I think it's a great resource, and I do encourage you to go check it out. But I'm gonna focus on a couple of them today, my personal favorites. They're gonna be in the Pro Specs lineup, and I think a lot of you will relate to me here because, again, Seiko looks like they're listening to us. We're getting sapphire. It looks to be ceramic from these preliminary images for the bezel. It looks good. We're getting smaller sizes, and I think that's one of the big things to take away from this. So let's talk about two of them. My two favorite. The first one, the 62 MAS, the original diver that Seiko came out with in 1965. They're re-releasing. But they're doing it at the Pro Specs level, not the high SLA level like they've done in years past. Now, I've reviewed those watches, and I've been really impressed, really happy. I've owned the Captain Willard. I'm a fan of their high-end stuff, but I think the masses want more attainability. And that comes with the Pro Specs level, right around that $1,000 price point, give or take a few $100s. So it looks like they're doing that here, with a few beautiful color iterations from blue that's limited to a brown dial with silver accents and a brown sunray dial with gilt accents, which is my favorite. I think it looks stunning, and I can't wait to get my grubby mitts on one and maybe steal the bracelet from the blue version and put it on the brown and gilt version, wear it with my yellow gold wedding band. I think that's gonna be just the cat's pajamas there. I can't wait to see real world pictures of that. So it looks, again, looks to have ceramic. It looks to have a domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment. And the size is probably the most important thing. A little over 40 millimeter, very true to the original design language of that 1965 release of the 62 MAS. I think there's a lot to be excited about here. And a 6R35, which is an upgrade from the 6R15. Now, it's not a 4 Hz beat rate. It is a 3 Hz beat rate, but it looks really good. And I've had a little bit of experience with the new Sumo, and for my short experience, it's been a really solid performer. Now, another one that I'm probably even more excited about is the Captain Willard reissue. This time, again, done in a smaller size, a little over 42 millimeters. And that's even smaller than the original diver that came out in the late 1960s. And I owned the SLA 033, and I love that watch. I think it's beautiful and fantastic. It's really the pinnacle of what they can create at a high level. But again, it's pretty expensive. There wasn't a bracelet option. I ended up flipping mine personally, but this one looks really exciting to me because it has a bracelet. It's a smaller size and it looks to be of a high quality with the 6R35 with the sapphire and likely ceramic as well. So I'm super excited. I'm geeking out. There's an olive green and a black one. I'm probably gonna have to buy both and see which one I like better. Keep the bracelet on whichever one I want to keep and probably flip the other unless I'm too head over heels in love. And then in that case, I probably have to keep both of them. But I'm excited. Seiko has got me hopeful. And I think they're trending in the right direction. They're listening to us. It almost seems like there's a new person in charge of development that are listening to the forums. They're listening to the YouTube watch channels. They're looking at the Facebook groups. And they're getting a sense, or they're getting a pulse of their consumer base, what we want. It looks like they're starting to give us what we want. So I'm excited about more details, more better information, better pictures, better specs, finite release dates. It looks to be that there's going to be a global version and a Japanese domestic market version for most of these watches, as they've done in with all their other releases over the years. So I'm excited. I think there's some really good stuff. And guys, let me know, what's your favorite announcement? Is it the new field watch that looks like the Alpinist in 38 millimeter? Is it one of their bold Presage pieces? Is it one of their Grand Seikos? Is it one of their high-end SLA versions that look really, really nice in their Everbright Steel, I believe they're naming it. I'm looking forward to seeing details on what exactly that is. But I'm enthused. So let's chat in the comments. My fellow Seikopaths, let me know what you think. What's your take? Are they trending in the right direction? What are you most excited about? Thanks for taking the time to watch today, guys. I know I'm geeking out a little bit, but it's exciting times. This is a fun time to be a watch fan and a fan of Seiko specifically. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.